Hey guys, it's Girl Key, and I'm back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about the women's division and how I believe we need to have a few more belts, one or two, nothing too crazy though, because I understand that, of course, the time that women get and the time that the men get are not the same, and you could oversaturate the division with meaningless titles and titles and make it meaningless, and we don't need that, especially when the division is continuously growing, continuously evolving, and getting that strength. And honestly, the women that we have on the roster has to be like the best we've had. Of course, nothing to the previous, like the Divas division. Of course, they had some stars. Of course, those are the women that really paved the way and stuff, but they weren't given the opportunity to showcase their talents. And with the women now, they have the opportunity to showcase their talents, and they're all like, it's a variety of women with different type of move sets, which is amazing. Now, what really inspired this was Zelina Vega. She posted on her Twitter talking about how she wants the ball handed to her, basically, and that reminded me of Dakota Kai talking on Twitch about how she hasn't gotten that chance yet. And I think a lot of these women are talented and can have a chance to do something. And if we had like another belt or two, those women will be able to hold the division up in a different way other than having the world championship. Because don't, I think that there's women that can have the top championships, but at the same time, just like with the men's division, those men are not what is carrying the division itself. Those men are not kind of one of the mainstays. They're mid carders. Some of the women, yeah, and the women have mid carders. So great mid card talents, I would like to say, but it's just not to where it makes like great sense to give them the WWE championship when it comes to the women. But it's like when it comes to the women's division, there is nothing to look forward to unless you're in a tag. And I mean that because unless you're in a tag, there's only one championship you can go after. Other than when they want to kind of allow you to go in NXT, but even then, you're not going to take a belt. A woman on the main roster is not going to take the belt from the NXT belt for a long time. And I mean, like, when it comes to having a belt for a long time, being able to have a belt and really make your name with it and make that championship, just like when it comes to how the Miz had the Intercontinental belt, and he had that energy, and Intercontinental belt Miz is different. It gives off a different vibe, and it gives off a different feeling, and it made you care about the Intercontinental belt at that time. And just the same thing with Gunther. Like, those are the type of things that I mean. And when it comes to the women's division, you don't have an Intercontinental belt to look forward to. You only can get the women's championship or the WWE women's championship. And honestly, there's no story. They're not gonna have like three women try to get those belts and also maintain a great storyline. It's just not gonna happen. So sometimes women get pushed back to the side, and they have that talent to where they can really showcase something great and amazing and get people and there's people on their side as well. Like, unless you're in a tag, one belt. Tag, sure, two belts. But at the same time, if you're in a tag, you might not want to have that main belt anyway. So again, mid card titles. Like, imagine if there's like a women's like, imagine seeing it. Think in your head, women's championship, and then there's a mid card title. You could double belt them. Like, allow that. I feel like there should be that. Be able to have multiple room for a double belt and not have to also have that woman be the one who is the face of the women's division. And when I say these names, it's nothing to down those women because, of course, they're all talented. But Chelsea Green, at the very moment, Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae, Shayna Baszler, they're not going to give them the face of the division at this very moment. But if we had like a mid-card title, they would hold that mid-card title with the best of their abilities. Just like if you gave it to Natalia, they would be a great showing of the mid-card and show the division's like ability to rock out. And of course, it would be nice. It would be nice for us to have some storyline to go with these belts as well. But I will understand like the baby steps with it. But like, just imagine that. It would kind of help us in mirroring the men's division more, because at the end of the day, the way that they are building up the women's division, you gotta put them on them same levels. You gotta give them that same type of mirroring. Of course, it's more men, but at the same time, these women are balling. When it comes to the pay-per-views, the PLEs, premium live events, like, a lot of times the highlight of the night will come from a women's match. Not always, but when it came to the Royal Rumble and the Money in the Bank, those women showed out. And honestly, it leaves less room for the ability to even think of only having one women's match on a PLE. Like, for Money in the Bank, I am still on it. I'm sorry. But for neither of our women's champions to have a match, or there not be no type of other match other than the Money in the Bank for the women, even on the pre-show, it's crazy to me. Like, it was really mind-boggling. And if there was like some mid-card titles, we wouldn't have to even think that there's a possibility of only having one women's match. Now, of course, it'll eat more if we had the storyline to go with it, but there are women that can take that ball and will run with it. And that also just gives them the chance to pass it on to multiple people and give the shine to multiple people at like shorter amount of times. Because like, it's obvious they're not going to be passing those women championships at all. The world championships at all. It's just not happening. And I like that it's not happening. Trust me. But there gotta be a title that we're passing around, just like how we want the Intercontinental belt to do. It doesn't necessarily need to stay on one person for a very long time. And just how kind of Damien having the heavyweight championship kind of, I don't know, it gave him a different type of air. Of course, he always had that type of ability to do what he got to do in the ring. But now this type of Damien right here has to be his best version. And the confidence kind of, the belt didn't make him, but at the same time, the belt added something to him. And the same thing could be said for some of these women. And we shouldn't have to wait till Money in the Bank for these women to have, or Queen of Ring, till these women have these type of confidence boosters in a sense, or accolades, when you pass them a belt. Take the belt, pass it on to somebody else. Take the belt, pass it on to somebody else. You know, there's a lot of women that will be great to have a mid-card belt. Now, that's my opinion on it. I don't want to see, I will say this though, I don't need to see, like, and that's what the NXT call-ups, I don't want any of them to have like a women's championship belt, like the world championship belt soon like this. But if there was like a mid-card belt, I'd be okay to that thought. Like, okay, let her rock with it. Because same like with Braun Breaker, I want Braun Breaker to have the Intercontinental belt. But if there was no Intercontinental belt for the men's championship and there was just a WB championship, you don't want him to get that. You know, that's the same type of energy that with the women's division we kind of need. But that's the end of this video. Let me know how y'all think. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't think I am. And if y'all think we should have another belt, let me know the type of belt y'all think the women should have. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.